You need to flip 2 switches on each side of this room to remove spikes in the middle room. We need to go in there because there's another thing we need to flip to make our way through this place. To make progress. I missed. My bullet, it missed. Luca, your aim is poo-poo. There we go. That takes care of that. Here's another bat, which, if you run into, will also summon a henchman, a Battletoad. Again, you can just avoid the bat if you feel like it, and nothing will happen. Which is good. I think more RPGs should be like that, if they ever go the route of these kind of RPGs. We should just have encounters plainly visible and not randomized like Final Fantasy. Speaking of which, actually, I don't know about you guys, but I just don't see the appeal of Final Fantasy. So just because I'm playing this doesn't mean I'll play that. Sorry to crush your hopes and dreams if you had any for that particular series of games, but I've seen Final Fantasy games and I just don't really feel like playing them ever. I've seen them countless times by now, and while I can definitely see that they're not bad games by any mean, oh no, I mean, why else would they have so many fucking sequels? The series wouldn't be going anywhere if they were bad. Although I'm pretty sure the fans can argue day and night what is good and what is bad about the series, but that's besides the point. From my perspective, it all looks pretty good. Why else would there be so many fucking sequels, right? I just don't feel like playing any of them because there's always something that puts me off about them. Either the annoying grinding, or the random encounters, or some other bullshit, which to an RPG fan, or just, I don't know, a fan of Final Fantasy in general, it probably isn't a big deal, but to me it's just enough to not really give a shit, and for the most part the story doesn't really captivate me either. I don't know, I just feel that it's not the series for me. If you like it, well, good on you, but I just never feel like even trying them out. I probably should, because after all, seeing is not the same as playing for yourself. But I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. Well, shit. Guess we'll have to fight them. I'm sure you guys understand. I mean, I feel the same way about certain other games, like Gothic 3, for example. I can definitely see why people don't like it. Either because of the bugs, or because it's just not the thing that somebody would want to play. Like, it doesn't tickle their fancy. And I don't blame them. I'd say Gothic 3 is kind of like an acquired taste, because it is a bit flawed. I feel the same way about Final Fantasy. I feel that it's not my thing, and I don't really feel like playing it. But I can see why people like it, and I'm not gonna argue that it's a bad or a good game. It's not in my position to do that. Not until I play anything. Hey, stop punching me, bitch. So yeah, no Final Fantasies on this channel. Maybe it's for the best, because there's like I said, a fuckload of sequels and spin-offs and whatevers on that series. it's really not going to be final anytime soon. Speaking of which though, I don't remember if they showed it on E3 this year, but I think they did, and I saw it, and it bore the fuck out of me. But we'll talk about that later, because the Queen Leene has to prepare herself for something. Hey, is that the Chancellor? How did you get in here? You son of a bitch! Frogo. Majesty, stand back and allow us the honor. Alright. What's the Chancellor doing? Or is it the Chancellor? It is useless to fight. No one will leave here alive. Stupid frog. It's time you jumped off this mortal coil. True form change. Oh, he's a taser. Hey, wait a minute. Oy vey, what the hell is this thing anyway? Oh, it's Yakra. Oh, you are a son of a bitch, Yakra. Oi. So this is a very first boss fight against Yakra. Best thing I can suggest for him is to lay a beating on his ass. Unfortunately, as you can see, if you're far enough away, he will counterattack. However, if he is too close, he will not. So attacking the Frogo using the slurp cut is actually a good idea, because he wasn't close enough this time around. But if he is close enough, just counterattack his ass. He has quite a bit of HP, so be prepared for a long fight and make sure not to get yourself killed or anything. Oh, and here comes Yakra's needle spin attack. That hurts. It really does. So what you'll want is to heal your friends whenever you can so that they don't get killed, because, well, if they die, well, it's not the end or anything. It's only the end once everybody is out. But it would be better if nobody went out. Frogo is great here because he can act as your medic for the time being. He only uses 1 MP to heal, and the heal is pretty good. It heals pretty much the same amount as a tonic. I think he's too close. Oh, he's charging up the needle attack again. When he's doing that, I suggest you just lay a beating on his ass. Oh, Frogo needs to heal now. Do that. Slurp yourself. He actually did. Now, since this is the first boss fight, he's not gonna last for too long. He's not that strong, after all. But he is strong enough to pose a challenge for first-time players, and, well, if this is just your first... not the first time playing, but just like your new playthrough or something. So be careful, don't lose track of your health, but you stay careful, you beat his ass up with all the strongest attacks you got, and he goes down without too much of a hassle. You get 50 XP, 600 money, and Yakra is out for the count. The Queen Leene is safe. You came to rescue me, thank you, Frogo. The king awaits, let us return to the castle. I thank thee, Crono and Luca. Yes, thank you so much. Please join us. Well, of course, I wouldn't want to stay around in this dank place. But check out these chests first. Here's a mid-ether. And what's in here? A free Chancellor. Phew, thank you. That monster stuffed me in there. Oh, your highness, as you can see, I am undamaged. What happens if you try to leave without the chancellor? Does anyone know? I never tried to do that. You had me worried, Leene. That no good Yakra impersonating me and kidnapping the queen. We must create a criminal justice system in this kingdom to do away with such fiends. I think in the DS version he says that they have to make a better system. Not sure if this was a mistranslation here on the SNES or just, well, something else. I failed to protect Queen Leene. I have disgraced thee. Frogo, you dumb son of a bitch, don't go. Bastard. Let's go check on him. Oh, I bumped into him. 'Twas a fault of mine which endangered the queen. I shall depart for good. Chrono, you have potential to be a good swordsman. When he hops away. Froggy, you weren't such a bad guy either. Oh, Lucas got over her prejudice. Awesome. But don't leave the castle yet. You may remember that we still have someone left to pick up. In fact, you may recall that we were doing all of this fighting to get Marl back. But I first went to rest and heal up, because I can. So let's go back to the throne room. Why is my nose itching? Damn it. Don't you hate when that happens? And it's so hard to get rid of the itch, because the nose is... well, it just doesn't give a shit. Your timing was perfect. Who knows what would have happened had you not saved me? By the way, where is the girl who was mistaken for me? Oh yeah, I forgot all about Princess Nadia. Chrono, where did Princess Nadia disappear? She may still be there. Yes, indeed. Let's go back to the exact same room where she vanished. Through the mystical powers of time paradox. And find that she is back. Awesome. Huh? What happened? Princess Nadia. Crono. Always so dramatizing. It was awful. I can't recall it all. I was somewhere cold, dark, and lonely. Is that what it's like to die? Oh, I hope not. Welcome back, Princess Nadia. By the way, we know who you are. You risked your life to help me too? Princess Nadia? Oh, Roro, SpaghettiOs. I guess you guys figured it out, huh? Sorry, Chrono, I didn't mean to deceive you. Obviously. I'm Princess Nadia. My father is King Guardian of the 33rd. I really enjoyed being with you at the fair, but if you had known my identity... Chrono, you wouldn't have shown me around the fair, right? That should have been a question mark. Well, say wrong, and she will be quite happy. Oh, Chrono, that's why I like you. The real queen's safe, right? So let's go home, Chrono. Alright. But before we leave the castle, there is one more room to check out. Oi. So we checked the queen's chambers. What about the king's chambers? Yes, there's loot in every place to check. Always make sure to check. Here's some free money. Another one of these mysteriously sealed chests. Oh, if you follow the Chancellor before going to the cathedral, when he went upstairs, you will find him here looking through this wall. Not sure what the implications behind that are. I guess it's supposed to show that he might be sneaky. Oh yeah, and you find in King's Chambers bronze mail, which you can put on yourself. That'll improve your defense rating quite a bit. Anything to help us get better, stronger, and faster. You're the real Queen Leene, huh? You really could be my twin. Well, you two better get along, or I'll be in big trouble. I'll keep my fingers crossed. Excuse me? Excuse me? Never mind, I guess it's time to go. Oh yeah, what about those level ups? Well, Chrono and Luca is at 7, Marl is at 6. But I do recall that we've left Marl at somewhere around like 3 maybe? Like I said, we catch up on the levels. So it's great. Oh, what's going on this side? Another one of those chests. The mystery chests are all over the world and you have to look out for them because they contain useful items. But we will not be able to open them for quite a long time actually. And that mostly has to do with the fact that you don't have a means to break the mysterious sealing force. Alright, Marl learned Aura. She is now a perfect replacement for Frogo, considering that you no longer have him. Frogo departed to find inner peace. May he rest in spaghetti. Now I think before we go back to our own time, however the hell we gonna do that, we should consider making some purchases. Thanks for the shelter, by the way. Oh, by the way, do we have anyone who's close to leveling up? Yeah, Marl is close to leveling up. So let's get that level up while we can. And then go shopping. We should have enough money to get everything we need. Hey! What the hell, dude? Don't kick pebbles at my face. That is so rude. I hope the sound and video quality is fine, by the way, cause well, the video quality is probably just fine. I'm not entirely sure yet. Didn't get to editing yet. But the sound quality is something I can't check entirely yet because my headset is dying. Fortunately, I'm getting a new one in just a few days. Well, at the time of this recording, that is. By the time these videos come up, I'll already have it. Mar leveled up, right? Yes, good. Sucks when it happens, when your gear starts breaking down. What can you do? It just happens. No window shoppers. And no whippersnappers either. What do you want? Alright, let's deck out our people. Now, here's a thing that I can tell you right now. Don't waste too much of your time decking out Luca in terms of armor. Because in terms of armor, Luca's gonna get some very special kind of armor later on in the game. So don't bother buying too much of that stuff for her. If you have spares, or if you have enough money to spend, go right ahead. But don't spend too much. She'll get better gear later on. So save the coins. I don't know why, but I almost said cash and coins at the same times. I don't think that would have sounded good. kinds. Oh, a new enemy showed up. Polly. It's a cousin of Rolly. I believe Polies have like 99 HP or something, so it's gonna be a bit tougher to get rid of them, but not so much. They're also weak to magic, much like everything else in this game. But we don't have magic, we only have skills. So, why do I keep bringing up magic? I must be thinking of other things. I don't know, I guess it's easier to call things magic instead of skills in these kind of games, because that's what you normally use in an RPG like this, right? Yeah. Damn, my nose is still itching, I can't help it. The fucking thing just doesn't want to stop itching. How do we get home? Your Highness, Princess, Please call me Marl. Well then, Marl, observe. Wow! You're amazing! Ain't it the truth? Oh, enough with a false modesty. You have a real gift, unlike my voice acting and reading. I would trade my royal ancestry for your genius in a heartbeat. Well, if you say so. Anyway, I call this thing a gate. It's a kind of portal that takes you to the same location in a different era. Gates are very unstable, so I used the principle behind my telepod device to create a gate key. Now we can use them as we please. But why did this gate suddenly appear? Either the telepod had something to do with it, or something else made it. This is getting pretty weird. Let's at least head back to our own time. Alright. Sounds like a plan. I mean, what if it suddenly closed and we didn't get back to our own time? That would be a bad thing.